Okay, when we were discussing about the components of trade and commerce of part 30, and these components, as it has divided by analysis of the various provisions which are laid down under this 6 articles of part 13. Again, it is basically the need to enter into the every aspect laid down by the constitution makers for the interpretation of the law and for the application of law. Yes, if we will come the article 301. What is the provision has given under article 301? 301 is a very clear article. No restriction, no complicated language of article 301 is there. It says that in a simple word, except the one rider, except the one restriction, except the one limitation. And what is that limitation? We will see it, that the subject to the provisions of this part means part 13, subject to the provisions of this part, trade, commerce, and intercourse throughout the territory of India shall be free. Very simple. Subject to the other provisions of this part, the trade, commerce, and intercourse throughout the territory of India shall be free. It shall be free. But subject to the other provisions of this part, it has been. And it requires to clear here in this stage, in the beginning, what is the meaning of this subject to the other provisions of this part, then comma. It means it is a separate meaning of this article. Whatever is written under article 302, 303, 304, and even if the saving clause, if you will see the 305 and the authority to constitute the authority 307, it is under these provisions, subject to the provisions of the provisions of this part means other article, whatever they will say, and there will be the free flow of the trade, commerce, and intercourse. There are 3 words. That these 3 words are trade, commerce, and intercourse. So therefore, there is another aspect of the answer and interpretation and meaning of these 3 words also. What is the meaning of trade? What is the meaning of the commerce, and what is the meaning of the intercourse to come and go? The trade will be run by the government or government agency or some others also, because the power is given by the constitution and law made there under to come and go and to run the business in a particular state. That is also there. Thus, this is the flat. Now, what was the debate at the framing of this article? This article means article 301. What was the debate in the Constituent Assembly? And this was the article of the 274A of draft Constitution. 301 was the serial number of the draft Constitution 274A. And what had said at that time about framing it? Mind it, who was the advisor of the Constituent Drafting Committee? the advisor of the constitution draft was D.N. Rao. And he had drafted this article. 274 has drafted by that Anil is creating problem. He is very sincere student, but what has happened with him? Okay, now the point is that there is a aspect which requires to be said, that who has drafted this 274A and what was the language at that time. Now the language is subject to the provision of this part, trade, commerce, intercourse shall be free within the territory of India. That should be in your mind, because it is a simple article, or it has the very limited words. Every word should be the habit to keep in your mind, subject to the provisions of this part, comma, the trade, commerce. It is the name of the chapter, name of this part. The trade, commerce and intercourse shall be free within the territory of India. Very simple article. Then the question is, what was the other aspect relating to this matter? Who was drafted? The first question, as I have said, that who was drafted this constitution and what was the system? When it has been debated, who were the person who had participated in the debate, and what was the conclusion, what was the final remark, and whether this final remark of the chairman of the draft committee has accepted by the Constituent Assembly. So the Constituent Assembly was totally separate, and the chairman also was the Dr. Rajendra Prasad. So therefore, there are the questions of each aspect. We say that this should be discussed in detail with reference of the debate which had made before, or which had been done by the learned persons in the Constituent Assembly. It had drafted by the basically of B.N. Rao and K.M. Munshi. There were two persons for drafting this article. They were drafted this language of this article in a sense or in a way, so that this should be the reflection of primary idea of the constitution makers to run the trade, commerce and the intercourse to coming and going, export, import in a particular country. That was the object. Therefore, the two persons had contributed their skilledness in the drafting or making of this article. Then a subcommittee, after the receiving of the draft, a subcommittee has constituted by the draft committee. Constitution draft committee has constituted a subcommittee to analyze the language and what should be incorporated, what should be deleted. The expert committee was there, and that was constituted on the 29th March 1947. Because the process has been started by the cabinet mission plan to constitute the constitution or to make the constitution in India, as you have seen, of that 1945 and the first meeting 1946. You have, this is also the general knowledge question which can be asked or which has been asked in various examination also. So when was the first meeting of the constituent committee? And therefore the 29th March, it is a date before the date of 15th August of 1947, because as I have said, there is a technique to retain some points in the mind. It is not necessary to read and again and again, but to retain in the mind. That is the subject matter. 29th March 1947 is the date when the expert committee has constituted by for to scrutinize the draft which has been prepared by the B.N. Rao and the K.M. Munshi. They were the member of that committee. And then what the recommendation was given by the expert committee, another question is, because the LLM is semi-research. It is a subject of semi-research. Therefore, you are doing the research when it has been drafted. What was the language? What was the date? And who were the person who has drafted it? This is called the semi-research method. Because other aspects are written always in the book, and there is no need to go in detail of every aspect. This is in the books, but some are required to be aid, which is not written in the books. Please, in the 29th March 1947, the expert committee submitted the constituted, and the report was submitted. It has submitted, and that was accepted by the Constitution Advisor. And what was the provision in that clause which has submitted by the expert committee? The provision was subject to the regulation by law for the of the union. Here you have seen the article 301 says subject to the provisions of this part. Subject to the provision of this part 13 means from article 302 to 307, especially 302, 303, 304 are very relevant provisions. Subject to the article, it is written at present. But in draft constitution, there was the point that subject to regulation by the law of the union. Law of the union means the parliament what shall be made the law to regulate the trade, commerce, and this intercourse, that will have the power with the competent legislature which will be at union. That was the object of the constitution makers. And then it has written trade, commerce, and intercourse among the units. Among the units shall whether by means of internal carriage or by the ocean from the sea, through the sea, it it shall be free. It has been written in the draft initial clause that it has included the sea and the land both, or has been written that this will be free. This will be free. But one writer was also there. That writer was to make the law by the parliament, because subject to the provisions of the law made for regulating, the law made by the union or law of the union, it has been written of the union. It means there was a scope that union can regulate by making the law. Constitutional provision, then you can say, sir, that there is a constitutional provision. What was the need to make the law? The constitution cannot be give the answer of all the problems, and detail it cannot be given by the constitution. Constitution is just as I have used the umbrella system of the country. The basic provisions will be there in the constitution, then detailed provisions shall be made by the competent legislature. Detailed provisions. That's why the power shall be drawn, the power shall be taken by the competent legislature from the constitution. That's why everywhere it has been written by law made by parliament, law made by parliament, law made by the union, according to their domain also. That has been written in the constitution. There was one provision under this draft constitution. What was that provision? This is also the question of the debate. This is a question of the interpretation. This is the question of the understanding the system also. There was the provision, provided that any unit by may law impose reasonable restriction thereon in the interest of public order, morality, and health. Herewith 3 and 4th world. But the power was given, provided that unit world is written. What is the meaning of this unit? Unit is apart from the union, apart from, it means the state. Province, unit means the province. And union is written in the general clause, and the exception is there that unit can also make the law, but for what purpose? For the purpose of number 1 criteria is public interest, number 2 criteria is morality, number 3 criteria is, these are the grounds, so you can say the criteria or ground, the public order, and another is the health. That was written in the draft constitution, but it has not been it has not existing at present in the provisions of the constitutional law. There are no such type of provisions at present. We will see later on. But that was the initial point. And then now I have cited earlier when we were discussing this part 12 of the constitution relating to the tax and distributive power or distribution of the financing between the state and the union. We have referred, or I have referred basically the section 91, 92, 95 of the Australian Constitution. Please recall it, 91, 92 and 95, for the purpose of the correlating the power of India for making the law. In the same way, if you will see the section 92 of the Australian Constitution, the general clause, except the provided, shall be free within the territory of India. It is a general clause in the Australian Constitution. There are no basically the exception. It is free. They have given the more emphasis on the trade, commerce and intercourse. The priority or the full power they have given, there will not be any kind of restriction because the commerce is in supreme. If the money will come, if the finance will come, economic resources will be there, there will be the chances of development of particular country. Because Australia is a very small country, as you have seen, very limited population is there. And because of this population, they have said that they want to earn the money for the development and for making the good health of the people of that country, for providing the job. But India, such type of the plain power, the unlimited power, has not been given to the parliament to run or to make the law for running the trade, commerce and intercourse in India. This power has not been given because of the our conditions. And conditions are there that in Australia also there are the state provinces are there, and in India there are the units as it has been written in the constitution, and units interest is also there, and unit have the power, political unit have the power to impose the taxes on the trade and to relax some tax on the production which is going on within the state and which is coming or means imported from the other states. That is the power. You will see the other article 302 and 304 especially, and 3 is also there. So therefore, this is not the power given to the province. In the Australia 92 says that it is the free flow of the trade, commerce and intercourse in that country as it has been written under 301 or 3274A of the draft constitution Therefore, don't confuse. Then it is clear because you are not a very little students, or you have the capacity to understand the law. 1 degree you have got already. That is called the LLB. It is a presumption that all are expert in their field, because if they are practicing and the basic qualification to become a judge in subordinate judiciary is only the LLB. It means that everyone is competent enough to understand the language of the law. That is the paramount. But here it is a master degree, specialization, mini research is there, correlation is there, analysis is there, or interpretation is there, and critical approach it requires, and to learn more and more and more to search the other fields of analysis. That's why this is a PG degree in LLM, but every aspect cannot be analyzed through this. Of course, the E1. Now, after the this is the reference which I have cited just now, given in the Constituent Assembly debate, volume 7. If you will turn the pages of volume 7, because it shall be the duty of every student to invest the 10% after getting LLB degree, if they are practitioner, if they are earning money, on the purchasing of books, 10%. And the Constituent Assembly debate, it is required to be read by everyone, and the reference is given under volume 7 and page 298 to 803. Another pages are also there, because some debate was in 1947 and some part of the debate, because it has not been finalized, in 48 also, and some was debated, same part was debated in 1949 to give the full shape or the complete shape to the that particular article of the Constitution, draft article. So there were the debate is divided into the different dates, not continuously, but after the some break. There is such aspect which you can get by analyzing and a study of the Constitution. Amendment was also submitted. That amendment was the K.M. Munshi amendment was there. There was some amendment of 1947, and K.M. Munshi was one of the member in the draft when the B.N. Rao and K.M. Munshi drafted this clause, and the advisor of the to the the B.N. Rao was the advisor, as I have said, that has been given there, and subject to provision of any federal law. That what was written in the draft you have seen. I am correlating. I am just not giving much time to analyze the existing thing, but I am just citing and developing your habit. Whatever you are studying, please concentrately analyze, interpret, and try to understand whatever before you. It may take much time, 2 hours or 3 hours. If you will be in position to understand that what is written in a 1 page and a half paragraph, to understand that one, it will be easy to understand others also. That time you will save in that place. Now see that what they have placed before this draft committee in initial state, and what they have amended later on. The same person have amended. As I have said, the same judgment was given by one of the honorable judge some years back, and this was the turned down, and the another opinion was given after the some years, and one honorable judge was in the High Court, the another opinion will be there of the same issue, and when the honorable judge will go to the Supreme Court, the second another issue will be there because of the changing the aspect of the law. The amendment was placed by the K.M. Munshi himself. He was the one of the person to draft the initial language of this 274A, and what he has written by amendment, that he said that in place of subject to regulate by the law of the union, that was the initial sentence, and here he has written subject to provision of any federal law in place of the union law, federal law, and trade, commerce, and intercourse among the units shall be free. And there he has written that the trade, commerce, and intercourse among the units, whether by means of internal carriage or this ocean, means some extra words has been incorporated. Now in the amendment, the same person has deleted the words because of the reason to think over the language which is written here. And it is no need to write the sea, land, and courage, and this navigation. It is no need to write it. If the simple word shall be written, shall be free within the territory of India, it means that navigation, ocean, and sea comes within the territory of India. The limited words, some words has been removed. 3 and 4 and 5 words has been removed. It means that it shows that this should be the clear language of law. Clear language of law. The ambiguity should not be there. Though some persons may say, and they are saying, they have said, they have the habit to say, the language of the law is very difficult. No, the language of the law is clear. But the style of making the particular language, section, clause, article is totally different from the simple language, from the language of the literature. That's why the persons who have the habit to study, to read, to say something about the plain language, they are feeling and they are facing some problem, because it is not in a same manner. It is a manner of the categorically the legal language. It is called the legal language. That's why some words has been removed from the earlier aspect which was there, and now it has been incorporated in the amendment. And there was one proviso also. Proviso is also there in the initial provision. And what was that one? The parliament power to impose tax. And what was the ground for imposing the tax? And what was the power of the units to impose the restriction? There were the grounds, as you have seen, the morality, health, public law and order, and the public interest. It was, you have seen that the public interest aspect was also there. Therefore, that was the clause here. The parliament can impose the tax in public or these things. And one debate was also there at that time. They said that Article 16 means a draft article, draft constitution article, should be incorporated under the fundamental right. That was also the debate for imposing the restriction under the fundamental right. But the restriction of the fundamental right, as you have seen, under Article 19(1)(g) are totally different from this one. But that debate has not accepted by the members by majority, that there should be the restrictions should be there. That there are restrictions. There are restrictions. These are restrictions which relate to the certain purpose which has given the rights to the citizen of the country. There are some such type of things are there. Therefore, the Article 16 as that fundamental right has not been accepted, and the draft constitution finally was there, subject to the other provision of this part, as it has written under Article 301. This is the searching method. It is called the searching method. Finally, what was the language? The 274A for LLB. What is the law? That is enough. What is the judgment? That is enough. What is written in particular article? That is enough. But for LLM, if we are discussing the single article, single section, we have to know the background of that article, that section, and background of that system also, so that we may develop our habit, argue before court in a different way with the research, not what is written where and what. And that may be the style in the subordinate courts of the lawyer. But in the higher courts, the argument should be based on the detailed discussion of all the aspects of the law. That's why I am citing the final draft constitution of this 301 was the subject to the other provisions of this part, as it has written. I have read subject to the provisions of this part are 13, 301 and 3074A. We are correlating both. The trade, commerce, intercourse throughout the territory of India shall be free. The same is that here. and that was adopted. And the final, the statement which was given by the chairman of the draft constitution was that it shall not be absolute by free. Free word is written, but subject to the subject. Free, where is the free? That is free in Australia. As per the provisions of article, as you have seen the Australian constitution, that it is free there. There is no restriction, because they have given the primary or the paramount important to the commerce in their country, but in our country there are the different kind of situation. Therefore, restriction by making the law can be imposed, but the grounds of the restrictions are already written in the constitution, and these grounds are the aspect which are very relevant to be discussed, that in due course of time. Another point of the chairman of the draft committee was subject to the certain limits. He said that there will not be the free trade commerce in India. Of course, certain limits will be there, and grounds these limits shall be exercised by competent legislature with the grounds of the basically of the public interest. If it will be in the public interest, why the trade is being given the permission by the legislature? Because of the reason, as you have seen, that for the public good, public interest. Therefore, in the public interest also, the restriction and the limitations can be imposed by the legislature. It has been said by the Ambedkar at that time, and as a chairman of the draft committee, and that has been, or some others had taken the part in the constituent assembly debate. In that debate, that Thakur Das Bhargava was one of them, and he had used the word that free, it should be free. The Thakur Das Bhargava said that there should not be any restriction because of the economy should be treated at the supremacy of the country. This is very essential. Therefore, restrictions should not be there. Only it should be free. It has. P.S. Deshmukh has said that no, in public interest the restriction can be imposed or shall be imposed in future. T.T. Krishnachari also has said something about it. The omnibus rights has not been given, means absolute right, complete right should not be given to the traders to run the trade in India. There should be some restriction. Ultimately, finally on 13th and the 16th October 1949, as I have said that some debate was in one time and the final debate was in another time. Most of the articles, the final debate was there in 1949, the final debate. And therefore, on the 16th October or 13th October of 1949, and finally, it has approved, as you have seen under Article 301, subject to the provision of this part. The trade, commerce, intercourse shall be the free within the territory of India, shall be the free within the territory of India, except subject to the provision of this part borrowed from the section 92 of Australia. There is no subject to the provision, but there is the trade, commerce, and intercourse shall be free within the territory of the country. That part, only one part. Some writers has written that it is the genesis, it is the gist of 92, section 92 of that Australian Constitution. Half part has been written. If you will write the half part has been written, then your emphasis will be totally different from the others. Others' emphasis may be the copies, they have copies from other places, but you have gone, it means it shows that you have gone through the original text of the both 92 as well as the section 92 of Australian Constitution of 1900 as well as the Constituent Assembly debate, so that you may reach in a conclusion to cite the correct answer and the correct information as it has written some textbooks that is not a correct, but correct requires to pay them much time for that one. And this such type of things which has been narrated by that article, which you have seen that this is the 301 now as a part of the which was the earlier 274A of the draft constitution is there. Now the power is given to the parliament, because subject to the provisions of this part, it has been written half line is there under 301. Then the question is that what is the next article? The next article is the article 302. And what it says? It says that the parliament to say the power of parliament to impose restriction on trade, commerce and intercourse. The first half sentence of 301 is being implemented by constitutional makers itself by providing the another article and at present which is existing. And it says that parliament have the power. What power parliament? There is the power of it is the single article again, no clause are there. Parliament law imposed to restriction on the trade and commerce intercourse between one state and another state, or within the any part of the territory of India as may be required in the public interest. Now demarcation has been. What is the demarcation? Demarcation is in one state or another state, or third is any part of the territory of India. It means there are three parts: one state, another state, and that territory of India. If there is the law of these in these three parts, then certainly that law in the interest of one state or not give the same provision for another state is permissible, because that power is given under this article 302. Now, before entering into the detailed discussion, there are some cases, please. And these cases, I am just recording these cases, and you can listen again and again by searching the YouTube. And sometimes I am displacing this audio in your group also. But if you are not getting it in the group, then search the YouTube, you will get it. And title will be there, the trade and commerce, so on. But some cases which requires to be discussed or which requires to be studied by the student by going through this provisions of the these two articles. Parliament have the power, demarcation you have seen, purpose you have seen, public interest you have seen. Demarcation means the criteria, the one state, another state, and a part of the union. And what are the relevant cases in this regard? The cases, one of the American case. Of course, I have not cited this Article 1 Clause 8 of the USA Constitution, as it has cited at the time of discussing the tax, imposing the tax. And this is there. The cases it Gibbs versus the Ogden case. Ogden case. It is a American case, old case, 1820